Get a head start on your holiday shopping at the Authentically Indigenous Holiday Market. You'll discover a wide range of handmade fashion, art, and gifts created by local First Nations, Métis, and Indigenous artisans. We'll set the table next on Living a Creative Life. Today, I get to speak with Melreen Soloy Eaglespeaker. I was such a big fan of all that you are doing in the city. Thank you for being on Living a Creative Life.
Thanks for having me.
What can people expect when they visit the Indigenous Holiday Market?
When people walk into Authentically Indigenous, they can expect 100% authenticity. They're gonna come in and find works from First Nations people from Treaty 7, as well as those that make Mohkinstsis home, Inuit and Métis people that live here and make it home as well. And they get to have an Indigenous experience for that day. Talk to artists, talk to elders, have some Indigenous food. We'll have our canteen that has amazing food as well. And yeah, it's just a full experience.
How did you start?
I'm an artist, I'm a vendor, I'm an artisan, I go to venues, and I was finding I was the only Indigenous person set up in certain places. And I looked around and kept going, well, why? I personally knew 10, 15, and I'm like, why aren't they here? And you know, asking them those questions, well, what's the red tape? What's the barrier? What's happening? Why aren't you where I am? Like, I know there's so many of us that are amazingly talented, and finding just the barriers of money, you know, going to spaces, they're very expensive. Sometimes a market for 2 days, you're looking at $1,200 plus. And that's a risk, and you have to have that money up front, and you never know if you're gonna make it back. And I went to many places in the beginning, and I made 2 item sales, and that was it, especially in a non-Indigenous space. So it was, how can we do something just different? And I was talking to my sister Autumn, who's the co-founder, and she has a lot of event planning background. And I was just so frustrated. And I was like, we need more representation. It needs to be something. And she's like, well, let's just do it. And I was like, okay. So we did it at the drop of a hat, and we did it like, I think we had 2 weeks to plan it. We just kind of put it out there and said, everybody come. We had 15 vendors, and it was great. The turnout was really good for no press, no money, no marketing, no anything, just word of mouth. And now 9 years later, we have over 250 vendors that apply every year. And we can only fit 70 in the venue, so we've outgrown it. But it really shows the demand, it shows the respect, it shows that community wants to support us and want to be there to help us kind of rise and showcase us properly. So we've gotten pretty far with just community and the support of community, whether it's Indigenous or not. All of Mohkinstsis has been here to help us.
Autumn Eaglespeaker, thank you so much for being on Living a Creative Life today.
Thanks for having me.
Please tell me a little more about how this business came to be and the market.
Sure. So my sister and I, we come from a whole family of crafters. So our grandmothers, our aunties, our mothers, our grandfather, they're all artisans. And so we've kind of grown up with all of the work. And going to different markets around the city, huge markets, we saw that there was like a huge lack of Indigenous representation. Or if there was something there, it wasn't necessarily made by an Indigenous person, but imported to be sold here. So when we say authentically Indigenous, it means that the people that are involved, they are authentically of the land. They are representations of Métis, First Nations, Inuit, and they're bringing their crafts and their handmade creations to the market.
You're not gonna get this any place
else. No, and that was really important, is because we want to make sure that it's not just something that's rolled off, you know, conveyor belt, but there's the time, the energy, the stories, the creations that go into it.
So we have moccasins, mucklucks, we have Inuit carvings, we have beadwork, there's food, there's dream catchers, there's anything you can think that maybe you've wanted to see or you've wanted to see close up, because a lot of times people only see these items in museums. So this way you're seeing authenticity of a family lineage, and you're getting to see the why. It's great, you get like a grandmother and their grandchild, and they've made toys, or they've made ribbon skirts, or they've made bonnets, or they're learning to bead themselves, and it's nice to be able to see all of the family lines come together to create something, and that's what makes it so unique. We always want to have transparency, so we want to tell people, absolutely, you're welcome, come in, ask those questions, talk to the artist, learn about what you're there, but be very open-minded related to what you're gonna see in here. Not everybody has the same perspective. Every Indigenous tribe is so different, and our market really shows that we're not pan-Indigenized, and that's a big issue right now, is that people think we're all the same thing. And we're all so different. Even within Treaty 7, you know, having the Confederacy, the Blackfoot Confederacy, we're completely separate from the Stoney Nakoda and the Tsuut'ina. So learning that the different aspects that we each bring, and our culture and our heritage and our history is so rich but so different. So when people come in, just know that you're going to see a lot of different kinds of things, and that's okay.
So by coming and supporting the craft market, it's really reconciliation in action, and it's showing up, it's opening up those wallets, and it's putting that investment and that time into supporting Indigenous artists.
Yeah, because let's be honest, it's the best stuff. Like when you get something that is created with love, care, tenacity, it has that intergenerational knowledge and skill behind it. There's nothing the same.
No, you wouldn't be able to find it anywhere else. And the thing is that we have so many different artists from so many different cultural backgrounds, not just here in Treaty 7, but from all over North America. And so you get a really vast array of different things to choose from. So it's not just beads, it's not just feathers, it's also like beauty and fashion and more.
Tell us a little bit about your creative process and what you create.
So as Native Diva Creations, I am the designer and founder of, and I've been doing that for 10 years, and I will have a booth set up at Authentically Indigenous as well. And so I'll be bringing some of my sneak peek pieces that I will be selling from Milan Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week from this year, as well as some of my staple items.
We love to see First Nations fashion from a First Nations designer who knows what they like, who knows what they're doing. Tell me some of your experiences. What is it like to go to Paris Fashion Week and rub shoulders with celebrities and people who are about to be celebrities?
It's kind of one of those experiences that's surreal, because it's one of those things of, I was just some little girl, just seeing some things, seeing things on TV, and never really thinking I would be in that same place. That I would be able to showcase my culture on a huge platform like Paris and Milan. I've now done New York Fashion Week 3 times. And you know, going overseas and going to Italy, going to Paris, being the first Indigenous person somebody's seen happens quite often. And I get to break down barriers and stereotypes and show the beauty, the history, and the love I have for my culture in these platforms. Anybody follows Native Diva Creations, you know that my stuff is a little more sexy, it's a little more contemporary, but that's what makes it uniquely me. So I want to showcase and celebrate who we are today. Obviously our history and our trauma is what it is, but we're so much more than that. So there is a lot of, we have a lot of trauma with missing and murdered, and women are overly sexualized, especially Indigenous women. And for me to create lines that are empowering and reclaiming that sexuality back, and it's mine, it changes the view, especially for Indigenous women. Most of us as Indigenous women, because of that over sexuality, people hide and are super conservative and cover and are afraid and don't want stereotypes to come at them that they're something they're not. So it's going to be really cool to be able to continue to create what I do, and I have some great ideas on the forefront, and I have some other fashion shows I'll be doing next year. So yeah, I'll drop information on that when it gets closer. Yeah.
Love it. What does it mean to you to have grown a business, to not only grow within Calgary, Alberta, locally, but also globally? What does that feel like?
Well, it feels really inspirational and good, because just knowing that we are having just a small portion of being able to fulfill these entrepreneurs' lives and giving them hope and allowing them to like have their creativity flourish, it's something that you can't measure, you know, and the economical rewards out of it maybe not be there, but the emotional rewards behind it are huge. And that's kind of why we keep doing it every single year, is because I mean, it helps so many people, not only just for myself, but for the community at large.
Authentically Indigenous, Native Diva Creations, the Indigenous Holiday Market, these are the places to bring your dollars, support, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you and everyone there.
Thank you.
The Authentically Indigenous Holiday Market takes place the weekend of November 30th at the Kirby Center Gym. For more information, check out their website. And to find out what's on in the art scene in Calgary, check out yycwhat'son.ca. See you soon, or maybe sooner, on Living a Creative Life.